I live Cooper Mountain, so I'll be visiting down
Good.
there.
You can get you a library card then, yeah.
Right. And I'm Linda McCarty, and I'm a new member too, and this has been our new member project so far. And I think we call it a success.
It is a success. They were, and I'm Kay Gephardt, and I'm actually president-elect of the Assistance League of Portland.
Madam President?
Not yet, next year.
Madam President,
Don't rush
Beginning
it.
January 1st, is that when?
No, it begins in May, so this is my learning
You get to
year.
train for all year.
You get to train for a year,
Wow.
and then you get
You're not that
to.
generous, you just jump right into
Right.
it.
And I'm Bonnie Snow. I'm the vice president of our philanthropic programs, which is I'm finding a big job. And we're the Assistance League, not the Junior League.
Right.
She's so new, she didn't even know where she was.
And Assistance League, and I'm Cheryl Lolich, and I'm actually supposed to be in charge of the new members.
Great.
So,
So wonderful to have all of you here. So we really appreciate the fact you guys chose this organization for donations to. It's really wonderful. We talked about it a lot.
we talked about when we were looking, our national organization wanted to do something for all of our chapters, to do something for Make a Difference Day, which is actually the 27th. And so we were looking around and happened to see an article in the Oregonian about you. And so I brought it in and we talked about it and called Doug, and he called me right back. And I said,
He did, I was in the room, she calls, and like 10 minutes later, you're on the phone.
You
Go
know how that
Doug.
works. When you
Yeah.
call the number you called, it actually sends a text message to my cell phone.
okay.
Yes.
And then, so I go, oh, that's interesting.
Who is this lady?
Yeah, what the heck? And half the time it does that, by the way, it garbles the message.
It
You
does.
know,
Well, this
you
was
know
meant
what
to
I'm talking
be.
I know
about.
exactly.
Google Voice.
And so then when we presented it to our members, we said, look, this brand new library, it's a nonprofit, just as we are nonprofit, and they are in the area that serves the same children that we serve in our Operation School Bell. How much better could it be?
Yeah.
It was just a perfect match. And I said to Doug on Saturday, I was working and a lady came in at our thrift shop and she made some purchases and she said, oh, I have such fun here. And we said, well, we do too. And she walked out and the next thing I knew, she was back. And I said, oh, is there something? And she said, thank you. And I'm going, okay. I said, you're welcome for what? And she saw our sign in our lobby that we were supporting your library association, and she said, I volunteered then. Now I know why I really love you.
Well, you know, that's the mark of a great community, is when those organizations are helping each other and hand in glove meeting the needs of the community. Our first library service that we delivered was this summer with the Children's Reading Program. That was our first library services, and we got support from the Rotary. We've had support from a wide variety of places, the Assistance League of Portland, Rotary,
Washington County Cultural Coalition.
Washington County Cultural, and I'm just trying to think of the other one that, well, a lot of private donations, like this space. Was donated by an anonymous donor who
Yes.
wanted to step in and give us a boost.
How wonderful.
It is just, in fact, everything you see has been donated. We bought almost nothing. We had to pay for the software that runs the library enterprise software, Library World, but you can't see that, it's electronic,
Right.
zipping around. All those computers are donated.
This is Linda Hansen, one of our board members
Hi,
as well.
met Linda before, right?
Yeah, Linda helped you guys pick out some of the books, so that's or at
Right.
least give you some ideas.
And we have the list, and we'll just keep reminding members, if you want to donate books, please,
Pull from
this is
that
the
list.
list, pull from that list,
Okay.
and this is where we'll take them.
That's great.
You're not taking a picture of our shoes, are you?
Nope. I
I hope not.
Then we all look up, what shoes am I wearing?
I was making you look taller. I was shooting from below.
Right.
And I definitely need to look taller.
Okay.
I do too. A lot of our
Is it
members
taller
are
and thinner
vertically
area?
challenged.
Yeah, I can do that.
Better part to sign up for.
Yeah,
And
we
there's
should
some
get-
Yeah.
DVDs in there as well, so I haven't even looked, but I know we've had a lot of our members, and I gave Doug a couple of checks, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
can, it's not much, but it's $50 more to spend.
Thank
And I
you.
think-
That's my wife, so this is good.
I think we may have more coming in, and I know we've got some more books that will come in, so we'll
great.
call and say, okay, this is the rest of the story.
Should put that in, or in an envelope, stick it in Amy's box. I'll send it.
Okay.
And you're going to have a reading section for the children?
Yes.
At certain times that the children can come and people read to them, or?
In the summer, we had a summer reading program where we had not only a reader, but we had talent come in. We had a puppeteer, and the readers would come in
Yeah,
costume.
that was really great.
And it was a fully engaging children's program with, it comes so many times, you get rewards, and it was the full-on children's reading program.
Yes.
And it was right here in this corner, and the rest of the library was just bare floor.
Oh,
All this came
We
after the
didn't even have the
children.
carpeting initially.
Yeah, there was nothing in here.
Oh,
Yeah, but
my God.
with regard to your question, we are talking about programs now, again, now that we've opened and got,
Yeah.
sort of calmed down a little bit, now we're open, we're getting, sort of turning it into a production. So in the sense of people know what to do and they're trained, 'cause it's all new. Everyone here is a brand new employee,
Yeah.
volunteer employee, and learning on the job of what it means to run a library. And so there's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to overload them by adding more stuff initially. So we're waiting a little bit, getting things well, organized and run, and then we're gonna start introducing programs. And so we'll be talking about that over the next month or two. And I can tell you that we're having a program outside of that stuff that I'm talking about next week, because next week is Halloween.
Oh, I know.
Right.
So we've decided to open hours a little bit beyond our normal hours on Wednesday, which are the extended hours already. And we're gonna actually open from 5 to 7, 5 to 8, I think it is, for Halloween. and for young
That'll be
kids.
a long day.
Yeah, for Terry's gonna have a long day.
Right.
But yeah, that's gonna be, so we'll open at 10, close at 4, open at 5, close at 8, or maybe it's 8. And have some trick or treaters and prizes.
That'll
Yes,
have
goodies.
Goodies and
Yeah.
maybe some reading things and,
Yeah.
But I know
still
that-
cooking it up as we talk,
Yeah.
It's only a few days away.
Just to add what he said, though, there has been a lot of interest in having the story times
Yeah.
come back again.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that'll be
Preschool
one of the
kids
first
love
things.
it.
Yeah.
I talked to her last night,
Oh.
and she's working with a volunteer who's going to be heading it up, so I'm trying to start it for Wednesday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Have representatives gone out to the grammar schools in our area, like Cooper Mountain or something, to let them know?
They're aware, because the librarians knew we were doing this, cooking this up a year ago. I know Eric made a presentation one day to all of the Vernon School District librarians, right? They have a regular meeting at that time before they got laid off.
And that's how we message that.
And we messaged with them, so that everybody knows about our
Yeah.
library. In fact, many of them were helping us this summer, getting all these books ready. But in terms of your question, no, not since school started. We haven't gone back and said, what can we do to help? But
Not
we-
in a coordinated way, but actually, our last big outreach was actually at Reedville Elementary.
Oh, that's true, we
Yeah.
did go there.
And we connected rather successfully with the Hispanic community there.
Yeah.
They had
We
a
actually
carnival.
got a new board member out of that.
Oh,
So
good.
that outreach to the
Yeah.
public schools is very, very fruitful for us.
Yeah.
And we're dialed in on that big time. The member of the board who can spell library, she's actually a librarian. She is the librarian for the middle school across the street. Oh, well, she's
Well-
not a librarian, she's on the staff.
Yeah.
She's on the faculty, she's the technology teacher over there.
Yeah,
But she is a degreed librarian and,
she used to be the librarian at Aloha High School.
yeah,
Until last year.
yeah. I want to give you a little peek under the tent about some of the services we are delivering. We have about 5,000 books in our collection. And so far, we're circulating about 1,000 books a week, which is really impressive.
Great.
We'd like to be able to sustain that and hold that
Well,
number.
1,000 a month, right? 1,000 a month.
1,000 a month.
Yeah, 1,000 a month.
I'm gonna come back to that number. So we have the books in the circulation. We have some media in the back there, some DVDs. We have the computers over here on this wall behind us. So you can come in and get access on the internet. And we also have a Wi-Fi here, so if you bring a laptop, you can get free access here. So we have pretty robust offering when you come in here. Currently, we've talked about the programs that we're gonna grow into, and then strategically, our goal is to join the Washington County Cooperative Library Service and be just like the other libraries around here.
Yeah.
But operationally, we have to grow quite significantly. We have to get to a circulation of about 40,000 books a year, which, what does that really mean? It means we need to be on the scale of about the North Plains Public Library. That's the scale of operation you have to join the WCCLS. But we're one of our biggest fans is Eva Calcano, and she's the director of the Washington County Cooperative Library Service. her and Doug and her and Doug and all of us have really been talking with her and making sure that everything we do is headed down the path of joining. But it's gonna be a couple of years, somewhere between 3 to 5 years, I think is realistic when we'll be on a scale and organizationally squared away enough to be on par with a very savvy library system.
To have that many books going through, how many books do you need to have?
That's a good question. There is a relationship there. We need to have more than we have.
It's not so much the quantity, it's the particular book, because you can have a great collection that no one wants. You know,
I think
very
we have part
diverse,
of that in the
lots of
first
reference, obscure texts. Nobody ever cares about it.
Yeah.
You never have anybody come in.
2 years ago bestseller doesn't do much. It's
Right.
today's bestseller.
Yeah, so we're learning about that. We're gonna be bringing some experts in to help us with that way and make sure we get the right books in here that get turned. But ultimately, he referenced 1,000 items a month, and that's what, you know, with our first month, we were shocked that we had that many turned. It was really great. It was way better than I expected. We have, I think, about 350 patrons have signed up for a library card at this point, which is pretty impressive for the first month. We hope, of course, we had a big boost that first day. We're getting about 50 new members a week, I think. So,
We're not moving quite
and
yet.
then,
Are you part of these
so
systems?
1,000 a month. We want to be at 3,300 a month to get that 40,000. So 30
Portland
a
Assistance
month is
League.
only 3x away, right?
Smart.
And we have to be sustaining it, so you can't just kind of have this initial bubble because there's, you know, high interest, but then we really don't have the books. So we really do need to work that all the time, and that's the challenge.
One of the things we do on Thursday, I work Thursday nights in here as a library assistant, and when people ask for a specific book, we take down information about it and what else they've been reading that they want that book, so we kind of get an idea of what they're looking for. And it's real interesting to watch families come in and spend time in the children's area, and the kids all get books, and then mom or dad wanders over and takes some books. So, and it's very interesting, last night, a lady came in, had no idea what a library was, had never been in a library before, and she wanted to know if these books were for sale. We're like, no, you borrow them. What do you mean you borrow them?
Oh, that's so hard to imagine.
So that was kind of exciting.
Wow.
Explain
Yeah.
how we-
Yeah.
And this is Laurel Reagan, I think you met
Hi,
Laurel.
Laurel.
She's
Nice to
our
meet you.
VP of
Nice to see
Public
you.
Relations.
Yes.
So,
You know what I was just thinking might be fun? We have this nice table over here, and we have some books. And I bet in a few minutes, we could pile all those books on that
that would be
table.
great.
With a really interesting pile rather than the kind of.
Suggest
Yeah.
that too.
Right.
You wanna take some time to do
And
that?
then some of you all stand behind it.
Yeah, we can stand behind it and have some nice
To
pictures.
make the pile look big, so I can say how many and how many pounds.
Great.
How many
Oh, how
pounds
many
do you
pounds?
think?
There's a number of pounds.
Right, give me, maybe estimate how many pounds. And then I'll step out and finish taking some.
Well, I'm getting this set up, and while you're feeling all chipper and pretty, I want to introduce you to the super executive member chaperoning the board of directors. That's Mom. Her name's Barbara Squires, and I would not be able to be halfway involved in this thing if it wasn't for. Yeah, in other words, it's all her fault. So you can say hi to Mom. You guys you can see yourself. Look how beautiful you are. So.
Oh, yep, okay, I see it.
I'm going to direct traffic here, left to right, which is your left. Tell us who you are. What's your name? What's your position? What are you doing here?
My name is Cheryl Lolich, and I'm in charge of the new members of the Assistant League.
Excellent.
Assistance League.
And I'm Rhoda Dorn, and I'm a new member of the league.
Martin Granum, Board of Directors.
I'm Bonnie Snow, I'm the Vice President of the Philanthropic Programs.
And Linda Hanson, Board of Directors.
Of the ACLA.
Yeah.
Great.
Two
I'm Donna,
organizations.
Donna Terletsky, and I'm on the board of the ACLA.
I'm Kay Gebhardt, I'm President-elect of the Assistance League of Portland.
I'm Linda McCarty, and I'm a new member of the Assistance League.
Doug Hoy of the Aloha Community Library Association.
Laurel Regan, as Vice President, Public Relations, Assistance League, Portland.
Well then, Laurel, tell us why all the books are on the table.
The books are on the table because the National Assistance League was promoting Make a Difference Day, National Make a Difference Day, and they wanted all of our chapters to do something involving books. So we put our heads together in the beginning, a few of us, regarding what could we do with books and who could we make our recipient of? And Kay happened to see your article right about that time and said, well, here's a great idea. So in our meeting, we call up Mr. Hoy and he says, oh, what a great idea. And the rest is history, and you know, here we are with books.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I appreciate it very much.
Doug, tell us how this is gonna impact the collections at the Aloha Community
Well, I
Library
can see already
Association.
that this is gonna be filling in some holes we already have, especially in the youth area. We have a number of books in the elementary school age, and we're looking for more additions from middle and high school ages. And I can see we have some of those, as well as some early education grade books. And so everything will be appreciated and be used.
Donna, what about the financial contribution that they made? Where do you think that might go?
Could be to purchase additional books, it could be to help program some different events. My guess is that a lot of it will actually go for additional books that we need as we look at holes that we have and have to fill.
What about future partnerships? Anybody got an idea how we can work together in the future?
It's fantastic that the nonprofits are all working together, supporting each other. We really appreciate it. We've gotten a lot of support from other nonprofits and trusts and private donors. That's what sustains this library, is the community support. And the Assistance League of Portland is a welcome member of that community support team.
Excellent.